If you had to describe the relationship between country singer Blake Shelton and pop icon Gwen Stefani, claiming there was no doubt in their love for one another might not be strictly accurate. It appears that between his career and marriage, Blake Shelton is getting burnt out. In 2022, he left The Voice after 12 years on the show, with a source telling Radar that he was tired of feeling overwhelmed with all the behind-the-scenes drama and controversy surrounding the competition. Additionally, Stefani told Extra that the combination of filming the show and regularly touring was taking a lot out of the singer.
My entire life, I wake up here and I go to sleep here.
However, it's not just work that's been stressing the singer out. There have also been reports that he feels he's reached a point of exhaustion in his relationship. Stefani has apparently noticed that change between them as well, with insiders saying she's been stressing about the state of their emotional connection. As a source shared with In Touch Weekly, she's told friends that the distance that's reportedly growing between her and Shelton is causing her great pain. Their marriage fatigue has apparently caused their spark to go out too, which must be especially painful when compared to how passionate they once were. While marriage burnout is a common problem, it could indicate the divorce may be on the horizon. As a psychologist, Jess Baker explained to The Independent, "It feels like it's too much effort to keep trying. You have effectively given up but are still in the relationship. It might mean it's time to end things." If you've watched The Voice, chances are you've seen Stefani and Shelton bicker on TV. While the pair is often made light of their spats on the show, it seems that the duo may be fighting regularly in their day-to-day lives as well. An insider explained to In Touch Weekly that both Stefani and Shelton have idiosyncrasies that frustrate their partner. And while bickering is normal for couples, the tension between Stefani and Shelton has allegedly escalated. Reportedly, the couple even fought on their wedding anniversary just because Stefani thought her husband overdid it with food and beer. Another unnamed person also told Radar that their disagreements were becoming a real problem, saying it seems like they argue constantly now. They've even slept in separate bedrooms after particularly bad fights. Evidently, the pair has a lot to argue about, as they often disagree about pretty important things like politics and also Stefani's desire to get Botox. Despite their status as a Hollywood power couple, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are still very different individuals. Even when it comes to their shared passion for music, they don't approach it the same way. Speaking on the First One podcast, Stefani explained that she really wanted to write music with her partner, but he doesn't enjoy that part of the art form as much as she does. Their differences have seemingly become more pronounced over the years as well. As a source told In Touch Weekly, their fundamentally different personalities have caused issues with their living situation. While the more rurally acclimated Shelton prefers living in Oklahoma, the metropolitan Stefani prefers the bustling environment of Los Angeles. Even when Shelton and Stefani decided to buy a Los Angeles mansion together, they allegedly fought over how to decorate it. Shelton, of course, wanted it to look more country, whereas Stefani pursued a more modern appearance. It seems that the couple just have many opposite views in general when it comes to things like fashion, politics, and even friends. Although opposite are said to attract, that doesn't always result in a lasting marriage. As relationship therapist Rachel Sussman explained to Insider, with the passage of time, a lot of couples tend to resent the things that are opposite. It's safe to say that as popular musicians, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton spend a fair amount of time apart for work, which may have taken a toll on their marriage. For a brief period, they were working on The Voice together, though that collaboration came to an end when Shelton left the show in 2022.
It's fun to be in a competition with Blake on the show because it's not really who we are at home at all.
No longer sharing the stage on The Voice, both Stefani and Shelton need to hit the road to pay the bills. In early 2023, Shelton admitted that the worst part of touring was being away from Stefani for long periods of time. He told Entertainment Tonight that February, "It's terrible. Right now they're having bad storms back in California and I hate not being there." Stefani, however, isn't just waiting at home for Shelton to return either. She told Fault that between her own concerts, her businesses, and her TV gig, she's been busy as well. While Stefani and Shelton seemingly understand what the other has to do for work, having too much time away from each other could eventually cause a significant rift in their relationship. It's no secret that both Stefani and Shelton have previously gone through messy divorces with other celebrities. Stefani's ex, Gavin Rossdale, had famously cheated on her with their children's nanny. The details of Shelton's divorce aren't as clear, but he has implied that his ex-wife, Miranda Lambert, cheated on him as well. Either way, you could say they both came into their relationship with baggage. And given how quickly they got together, they might not have had the proper time to heal either.
We are just having the time of our lives, and we never expected that this late in our lives, so we're just trying to savor every moment together.
What's more, both Stefani and Shelton's exes have continued to stir the pot, even after their divorces. Shelton and Lambert, in particular, have had to attend the same country music events. which can't be easy for Stefani. Yahoo Finance reported that there were rumors she was livid when Shelton spoke to his ex at the 2016 Academy of Country Music Awards, as well as when Lambert referenced their relationship in a 2018 acceptance speech. As for Rossdale, E! News reports that he's been vocal about his disdain for his ex-wife's new relationship and the way that Shelton has bonded with his children. Given that all of this drama has been very public, it's likely that the prying eyes of fans is only adding pressure to the situation. You could say that because Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are supposedly no longer trying to expand their family, their marriage might be in trouble. As a source suggested to Us Weekly, that may have been Stefani's decision, as the couple has been feeling pressure from Shelton's family to have a baby for quite a while. However, it's not just Shelton's family who are bummed that he didn't have kids of his own. Shelton himself told Today that he felt like he missed out on starting his own family because he always put it on the back burner. Stefani was apparently aware of this, though, considering that another acquaintance told Entertainment Tonight in 2017 that she had every intention of having a baby with him. Shelton has made it clear he adores Stefani's 3 boys, Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo, telling people that being their stepfather is very special to him. Even so, if having children of his own with Stefani was something Shelton truly wanted, that seems like a pretty significant aspect of a partnership to let go of completely. While Shelton may have told people that he takes being a stepfather seriously, that doesn't mean he's the perfect stepdad. Stefani's children are clearly very important to the pop singer, so any missteps by Shelton in this role could certainly complicate their relationship. A source speaking with In Touch Weekly said that Stefani isn't always a fan of the laid-back way Shelton acts around her children. They explained, under her watch, they have homework, chores, activities, strict bedtimes, and no junk food. Blake doesn't enforce those things, so Gwen is always left looking like the bad cop. Stefani's ex, Gavin Rossdale, has seemingly taken issue with Shelton's parenting as well. However, unlike Stefani, OK reports that he feels that the God's country singer is acting like too much of a father figure to his 3 boys. Some critics might also doubt Shelton's ability to act as a role model for Stefani's boys, as he came under fire in 2016 after some homophobic and racist tweets he posted in the past resurfaced. It seems that Shelton is trying to recover from these mistakes, however, as he publicly apologized and later spoke to Today about the newfound responsibility he feels toward his stepsons.
They start to listen to things that you say, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that.
If you watched The Voice, then you already know that Shelton and Stefani can get a pretty intense rivalry going when they want to. As entertaining as their quarrels were to watch, they might not have been healthy for their marriage. The Just a Girl singer even admitted to In Touch that she was initially hesitant to continue her role on the show after she and Shelton started dating. As it turns out, Stefani's instincts may have been right, as some sources say that regularly competing with each other did cause trouble in their relationship. An unidentified person close to the situation told Radar, behind the scenes, there was sometimes a clash of egos. He would often get all the attention, and that would hit a nerve. She was jealous. Reportedly, that jealousy could go both ways. Radar also reported that Shelton once got very angry with his partner after she flirted with a young contestant on the show right in front of him. Stefani and Shelton aren't the first celebrity couple to clash as a result of ambition and jealousy. In an interview with Cosmopolitan, Scarlett Johansson reflected that those factors played a major role in her divorce from Ryan Reynolds as well. While the competition between Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani may have already put their relationship on a knife's edge, external competition might just be a threat as well. Stefani allegedly urged Shelton to cut ties with his friend and former co-star on The Voice, Adam Levine, after he was accused of stepping out on his wife, Behati Prinsloo. Given her ex-husband's alleged affair, it's not particularly surprising that Stefani would be concerned about her current partner's faithfulness. Speaking with Harper's Bazaar, the Don't Speak singer reflected that the period where Rossdale was cheating on her was an absolute nightmare. Anyone would be scared to go through such a horrible experience over again, and Stefani may be worried that Shelton is capable of a similar betrayal. Of course, these anxieties are certainly not the sole result of Stefani's experiences. According to TMZ, Miranda Lambert actually accused Shelton of cheating on her while they were married, and even cited it as the reason behind their divorce. What's more, The Hollywood Gossip reports there were also rumors that Shelton had already cheated on Stefani with Chloe Kohansky, a contestant from season 13 of The Voice. A source had even told Life and Style at the time that Shelton and Kohansky's inappropriate relationship was one of the reasons Shelton and Stefani had held off on getting married. Some Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani fans may find the idea that their marriage is struggling surprising, considering how head over heels they appear from the outside. For years, they've gushed about each other in interviews and on social media, and both have made their adoration for the other abundantly clear. However, some believe that Stefani and Shelton's relationship seems phony and that they just got together for the publicity. An observer even once told Radar, "They are not as loving toward each other behind the scenes. Gwen often looks irritated by him backstage." Shelton and Stefani brushed off the rumors that their romance was for show and even made light of that possibility while on The Voice. Yet, even if their passion is real, their need to constantly broadcast it may still be a bad omen. As a relationship expert told the Daily Mail, this behavior could actually result from a need for outside validation rooted in feelings of insecurity toward their marriage. All in all, there are several signs that Stefani and Shelton's marriage is potentially on the rocks, but it also seems that there's a lot of love between them as well. For now, fans of the couple can hold out hope that they'll be able to work out their issues and stay together in the end.